Computer boot sequence initiated. Accessing library computer data. NCC 10535. Starship Tempest.
Space. The final frontier. These are the missions of the Starship Tempest. Set between Captains Kirk and Picard, 5 friends stumble their way through their first role-playing game as the crew of this Federation starship, exploring strange new worlds, keeping peace in the galaxy, defending their keyboards from kids and cats, and going clumsily, if not boldly, where no one has gone before. Captain's Log Supplemental. We've discovered the surprising truth of the dangerous tachyon emissions affecting the Carina system. The USS Hamilton, an old Constitution-class cruiser, now dead in space. We managed to pull the captain's logs and learned the unsettling truth that the ship was experimenting with a prototype tachyon weapon. We've boarded the Hamilton and are attempting to deactivate the device. We can only hope that our efforts are successful before the Romulans make their move.
So, now to actually shut everything down is 3 steps. First, it's disconnecting the tachyon device, and that's going to be a reason plus engineering, and difficulty 3. So go ahead and do that.
First, I want to check engineering to see if there are any Romulans about.
There aren't.
Okay.
Holding glances quickly to his right.
Glad I did that.
Yep.
All right, what am I rolling?
Reason plus engineering.
Reason plus engineering. All right. And you said this is difficulty 3?
Yeah.
So is there any part of the gated thing that I can actually utilize? I can work with that value?
Yeah, I'll let you do it at any step, but you can only use it once.
All right.
For the DM, a point of order. How far are we from nearby systems? Can we, in the time remaining, I'm thinking, should we start airlifting people off of the planet?
When you say other systems, you mean other solar systems?
Well, is there a ship nearby that we can...
Yeah,
or like several... I know there's a million... there's, what, 250,000 people on the planet? I mean, we're not going to get a quarter million, but I'd rather kill 200,000 people than 250,000 people.
Could we get the 500,000 people to safety?
Yeah, I mean, there's... With the amount of time remaining, like, no ship is going to get here within the amount of time that the Hamilton has left to live.
All right. Fine, cool.
Okay, so... Difficulty 3, reason plus engineering, Holden. Do you want to use your value now or later?
Yeah, let's go ahead and use it now.
Okay.
Are you spending momentum as well?
No. Since I'm using a value, it basically just automatically succeeds. Correct?
It automatically gives you 1 critical success, which is 2 successes. So it's difficulty 3, so you need 1 more.
Okay, so no, I'm not going to use the momentum.
Okay.
Because I only need 1 more.
Okay, there you go. So you succeed. So you've managed to disconnect the what did I say? Whatever the technobabble is.
Disconnect the tachyon device.
Yeah, disconnect the tachyon device from the main warp core system. Now you have to shut down the tachyon device itself, and so that is going. Actually, we're going to say the remaining 2 tasks are shutting down the warp core itself and shutting down the tachyon device itself. So we're going to do the warp core first. And that's going to be difficulty 3, because that's the way you have to do it.
Because I said
so. The tachyon device is no longer attached to the Hamilton, correct?
Correct.
Captain, I suggest we shut down the tachyon device and then let the Hamilton explode, if that's what it takes.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think that's a brilliant idea.
The priority is the tachyon device, not saving the Hamilton.
I like that. Can't argue with that.
However, which one is more likely to fail sooner? Is the warp core's containment about to blow? Because if that's the case, it's going to take out the tachyon device before we shut down.
Yeah, so if ultimately you still have to do both, right? Because even if the device is shut, even if the device is shut down, and the warp core explodes with the device still there, it's still going to spread. It's going to essentially incinerate the tachyon device itself and spread a whole bunch of tachyon particles all across the system.
So when we shut down the tachyon device, we're just stopping the immediate effect that it's causing on the planet right now.
Correct.
But
if the
it's
ship
still a bomb.
explodes, yes.
Which,
still
if
a
we shut it
tachyon.
down, we would be able to beam it then.
Yeah, potentially. But there's still a lot of Well, you can't beam it, but you could take it back to the ship.
But why would they do that?
To get it off the Hamilton?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, you can do that, but you can't just shut down the tachyon device without also shutting down the warp breach unless and succeed at the mission unless you take the tachyon device with you. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Captain, what do we want to do?
I say we deactivate the tachyon device.
All right.
Okay.
I'm on that.
So that is going to be control plus engineering difficulty 4.
Woof.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good speed. Could I get a hand?
You betcha.
You guys know I'm an engineer, right?
Eel.
Yeah, I love that you guys brought along an extra engineer and left him in the shuttle.
Yeah. Actually, I should go relieve him probably because I'm doing nothing.
We have great team dynamics,
So we
though.
Hey.
Ouch. So do you have any focuses that would help us out here?
Starship design and warp field dynamics and shipboard tactical systems and invention.
Wow.
So
I have receptivity and intuition.
So I'll let you use the warp one for the warp core itself, but not the tachyon.
yes, ma'am.
I have
Device.
no values whatsoever.
So if we invoked a value earlier, we cannot invoke any other value for the rest of the scene, or just not that value?
Just not that value.
Okay. I have another value.
Yeah.
That is, difficulty is just another word for fun,
Okay.
since this is a very difficult task.
He gets into it.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
All right.
Fine.
So by invoking my focus, what does that mean in terms of dice mechanics?
So in actual mechanics, all you have to do is just click yes, and then the sheet will take care of it for you. What it means is, I think it gives you an automatic reroll.
Okay.
I think.
Oh, there it is. All right. So
Yeah.
and I'm rolling 2 dices.
If you're spending a momentum, you roll 2.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we should both spend a momentum.
Okay.
I'm spending momentum and using a focus.
Yep.
All right.
Nice.
Nice. Okay. So,
Oh wait. I need to roll reason and engineering. I'm sorry. I did not do that. Ready for me to do that?
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
That's
Whoa.
better.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
And
That's
that's
3 successes.
So now we're full on momentum.
Okay. So on this task, you have 6 total successes. Am I reading that right?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys succeed.
Well, no, six
Yeah.
total successes plus my critical, so 8 total successes.
Okay. Okay. Whatever.
Oh, because you used a value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you succeeded at the task, and you get your momentum back, so you're back up to 8.
8 momentum.
The tachyon device is now successfully deactivated. However, the warp core breach is still in progress.
Okay.
Do you guys
How
want...
long do we have till the warp core goes?
I'm
I could do a scan if that would help.
gonna say you have 2 hours.
All right. Well,
All
I
right.
say we just huff it to the
Huff it.
shuttle. Huff it. Huff it.
Huff it.
Let's go to the shuttle with the tachyon device and bring it back.
Yeah, and then we scuttle the Hamilton.
Agreed.
Now, I will say
I don't like
that.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of bringing a bomb of Jack disease onto the shuttle.
A jack bomb.
A Jack bomb.
Jack
Well,
disease
now
bomb.
it's just a Jack box. A box
So-
o' Jack.
So, before you guys decide on that, you do know that there are more Romulans somewhere on the ship, and that logically the plans for this device would also be somewhere on the ship, but they're not here
Oh, that makes sense.
in engineering. So,
But yeah, but if we go out and then scuttle the ship, that's not really a problem anymore.
you would be killing a whole bunch of Romulans in the process if you did that.
I
which-
could get okay with that.
No, that's a good point. We don't want to do that if we
That
don't
would
have
be
to.
an act of war.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand Maddox's complaint, not being okay with that. I'm fine.
All right, Holden and Goodspeed. get to deactivating the warp core.
All right, Captain.
Wilco, buddy.
Okay, so that's gonna be a difficulty.
That's Captain Buddy.
It's gonna be difficulty 3.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Me and Goodspeed teaming up again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing shit.
Control and engineering. Yes.
Yep. And you can use your warp focus this time if you want.
I will use my warp focus this time.
I suggest we both spend momentum as well, since we have so much.
Okay, and this is a reason in engineering. He's got 3 successes.
Whoa!
Yeah, I've got.
Thanks.
We
a
shut
critical
that
success.
thing the fuck down.
I shut down.
Lord.
I shut down this warp core. I shut down the Romulan warp core. I shut down the warp core on the Tempest, and I turn off the coffee maker.
There's a Klingon ship 7 sectors away that's like, wait, what? Everything just stops.
All right. So I'm gonna follow up on the moment that me and Goodspeed had earlier, and this is like a second one. We like sort of.
Yeah,
I give him
You
a little
guys-
nod.
yeah.
You guys, yeah.
We finger guns.
You give him a little Stannis nod.
We finger guns each other.
Stannis.
And I proudly look at my crew and smile.
At our wonderful dynamics.
Okay.
And I'm just moving the shuttle by 5 feet at a time. I don't know that this is as helpful as you thought it will be.
Yeah.
Keeps waving his pinky at me.
As you succeed at that, okay, 3 more Romulan figures step into engineering, all in spacesuits, all with opaque face plates, so you can't see their faces.
How do we know they're wrong?
One is a subcommand. They're Romulan spacesuits.
Perhaps they merely wore Romulan uniforms.
They could be stolen.
One is a subcommander, and the other 2 seem to be soldiers. They stop. They have their disruptors pointing at you, but they don't fire immediately, nor do they say anything. But they are standing there in the entrance where you would have to backtrack from, and they have you at gunpoint. What would you like to do?
Are they standing aggressively? Are they pointing their weapons at us? And
Yeah.
Well, then I think we should probably take cover. What do you guys think? Let's have a discussion about this.
Can we take our time? Can we beam out?
No, you can't beam out. There's still too much residual tachyon disruption.
Sir, I'm not sure it's wise to engage in a firefight in a dilapidated warp core engine room with a giant tachyon bomb next to us.
That's a really good point.
That is a good point.
But I'll do it. Just saying.
Holden gestures to his crew to lower their weapons and slowly approaches the lead Romulan.
Holden?
Okay.
I'm sorry, I said Holden. I meant Maddox.
I was gonna say.
No, Holden would have shot the guys between the eyes.
Everybody put him down.
Right between the opaque glass.
And everyone's like, Holden's not gonna shoot at him? Oh, shit.
And while he's doing this, is
And-
there a way?
It's
I'm
serious.
sorry, I have a question. Is there a way that I can take my phaser and do something to it to charge it so that it will explode later, and then slip it inside of the tachyon device?
Oh my.
Oh.
That's savage.
I don't suggest doing that, since that would also cause the tachyon device to explode and destroy the system.
Not if we
Yes.
time it right for 8 hours from now, and when they're gone.
when they're back on Romulans.
Oh, so you're saying like slip it in there and then let them have it and it'll explode on
Yep.
them tomorrow.
Boy, that's
Is what you're saying.
That's gonna be a lot of old Romulan.
You betcha. I mean, how far are we from Romulus?
You're close to the border of Romulan space.
But still, that's a
I'm
couple
gonna
of.
try diplomacy first.
Yeah, I was gonna say if
Yeah,
if Maddox wasn't cool with us blowing up the ship and killing them, I don't think he's gonna be cool with us
But-
setting a booby
But
trap
at
to
this point,
kill them and their whole ship.
if it blows up, it's because they stole it, and that is stealing. Stealing is against the law.
Okay.
Starfleet
Go ahead.
regulations.
So-
Go ahead and try your diplomacy, Captain.
Okay, I do. I try my diplomacy. How did that go?
Diplom that up.
Diplom.
I diplomatic that.
Okay. Well, so go ahead and make your best case to. Okay, so we'll do this. So
Alright.
the lead Romulan, the subcommander, is Subcommander Teleria. Again, you can't see into her faceplate, but she speaks over her comm system. And she essentially accuses the Federation, Starfleet, of developing a weapon of mass destruction. They are here to take it and bring it back to Romulan space and reverse engineer it.
I asked how long it'll take to get back to Romulan space.
And even though you can't see into the faceplate, you can tell by the way she cocks her head that she's just like, what? And then she continues on to say that she will let you guys go back to your shuttle and depart safely if you leave the device with them.
Captain.
Captain, I really like my idea.
I'm thinking, everybody.
And Captain, if we're either got to kill him now or kill him in 8 hours. That's what that's the good speed way.
That's the good.
Man, you have Goodspeed and Holden have one moment, and Goodspeed goes all murderous.
Okay, so it seems to me we have 3 options. 1, we do exactly what you say, and you take this device and leave the system and develop your weapon, which you know I can't let you do. 2, we fight right here, risk destroying the weapon and everything else in the system, including our ships. Or 3, we work together to put this behind us because I agree this was an illegal weapon that was made in secrecy, not acknowledged by Starfleet.
So let's do this. I want you to do a presence plus command roll, and it's a difficulty 3. But if you are willing to admit to this Romulan that the Federation made a mistake and did something unethical by developing this weapon, then I will make it a difficulty 2. If you're willing to confess or make that admission to this Romulan, admit fault basically on behalf of Starfleet.
Right, which I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make a presence plus command difficulty 2.
Difficulty 2,
Use
and
a
I'm
momentum, dude.
also going to use my focus of character assessment because
Okay.
it is my interpretation that this person will see reason and
Okay.
see my side of things.
And use a momentum.
And use a momentum.
Okay, go for it.
All right, so I'm rolling 3. Mm-hmm. And then how does my focus help again? Remind me.
There's a little focus
Yeah.
used button.
In terms of the mechanics on Roll20, just click yes on focus
Oh,
used, and then
got
it'll
it.
calculate it automatically.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I feel like that went poorly for you.
So that is 1, 2 failures, including a critical failure.
Can I use a value?
If you want to try again and use a value, and you have a value that applies.
So we had this back and forth, and it didn't go well. But one of my values is failure is a prerequisite to success.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I
Fucking solid.
Okay.
so I learned what I did wrong, and I tried again.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Critical
3
success,
successes. Good work.
3 successes total. Nice.
Full on momentum again.
Yeah, okay. All right, so slowly she lowers her disruptor, and the 2 Ulans next to her follow her lead.
Apparently, my first speech started with, "Listen, bitch."
Listen, you're real dumb and ugly, but you should listen to me anyway. Yeah, so the first speech doesn't go well, and they're about to, get real hostile. But you manage to salvage the situation, and
I'm sorry,
admitting-
you're pretty.
you can't see
You're
in
so
anyway,
pretty.
Okay. So now her name is Subcommander Teleria. She was actually one of the chief scientists on the outpost on the colony planet that you guys investigated. It was one of her rooms that you were searching through.
She was one of the children.
Yeah, she's actually only 7 years old, and the device has just aged her up.
Oh no, Jack disease.
No, that's not true.
Oh.
Wait. While they're talking, I tell her I have to go get something. I promise. Let me be right back, and then I leave.
No, and then
then
she says, "No, you're not. No, I'm not letting you out of my sight. I don't trust you that much."
Okay.
But she does
go,
tell you.
I was gonna go get her pants back, but that's fine. It's more pants for me.
So she,
No, keep going.
She does tell you that her commander, Commander Marok, is on the bridge at this moment, retrieving,
Without pants.
without pants, but in a full spacesuit still, just without pants.
Yeah.
It gets
Is-
warm in there.
Is on the bridge right now at this moment, retrieving the plans for this device. and he is not nearly as open to listening to the enemy as she is. So she agrees with you that this weapon needs to be, destroyed and not promulgated, and that if Marok takes the plans back to the Romulan Empire, that they will, in fact, start to use this weapon, which she doesn't want any more than you do. So she is willing to help you, but that is what you have to do. You have to climb up the turbolift shaft to the bridge and confront Commander Marok up there before he can retrieve the plans himself.
Okay.
So, yeah. So unless you guys want to do anything else, you guys will head to the turbolift shaft. And obviously there's no power, so you have to climb the old-fashioned way. And so that's going to be a daring plus security task.
Oh, I suck at security.
And I'm going to...
I suck at daring, too.
I'm going to spend a momentum here.
What's the difficulty level again?
So it's difficulty 0 to start with, but I'm going to add a threat to make it difficulty 1.
No problem.
And so we all have to do this, correct?
Yep, so you all got to roll.
If you're going up. Yes,
And this is going to be like the corridor where you roll once to get halfway and then roll a second time to get the rest of the way. Wow, 2 critical successes, everybody. Good job.
Yeah.
I'm still not with you though, right?
All right.
No.
You're still in the
Keep-
shuttle.
That's
Keep
too
doing the
bad.
shuttle things.
I have some good focuses that would have helped you.
Yeah, you guys brought along an engineer and then left him in the shuttle.
And we brought along 3 engineers.
Yeah. Oh well.
It is the most engineering-focused party in the history of Star Trek.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay.
I can catch up on my reading.
Plus, he has that self-defense of being able to electrocute, so...
That's right.
So you guys are halfway up the turbo shaft corridor, climbing up the ladder. As you're halfway up, 2 Romulans poke over the edge and begin firing down at you. So they have cover, which is going to give them a resistance of 2 each. And you guys are in a very disadvantageous position. And again, who is point? So who's at the top, and in what order are you guys on the ladder?
I think Holden went up first.
Okay.
Thanks, Goodspeed.
Teleria, the Romulan, is with you. The Romulan scientist is with you. What's the rest of the order? So it goes Holden, and then who else?
Wouldn't she have let us out, to be honest?
If you want to say that, you can.
Oh.
Because, then they would also see her first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would they still fire on us in that case? That's more what I'm thinking, is if she was leading us to the bridge, which, since she's trying to help us, makes sense, would they just look over, see her with a couple spacesuits behind her, and just start shooting?
So this is what's going to happen. If you're putting Teleria up front, which is that what you guys are doing?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, she's taking us to the bridge. So.
Yeah. She's at front. So yeah, they are going to fire first. And they're going to get at least one of them is going to get 1 shot off.
Rude.
Yeah, because they definitely do see Federation spacesuits, and that is pretty clear, even if a Romulan spacesuit is at the front of them. So they are going to fire, and they are going to aim, let's say, at Maddox. And we're going to pull up a Romulan Ulan here and do control plus security, difficulty 2. And they succeed. So, Disruptor Pistol is going to do a fire. Oof. That's rough.
Oof. Ouch.
Okay, so that is 8 worth of damage, not counting the effects. So that is enough to cause an injury, unless you want to avoid that injury, Maddox, which you can do.
Captain, I suggest you try to avoid an injury.
Agreed.
Yeah. Hang on 1 second, I gotta look this up.
Oh, Brian, your mom sent us a really lovely blanket.
Oh, yes, she did.
I forgot to write a thank you, and I shall do that.
She signed the card, Lois Finifter, parenthetically, Brian's mom.
Did she really?
Yes, we've known you for 15 years, Lois.
You've had 3 kids. She sent you things before.
Yeah, for each kid, because she's the sweetest thing.
On the cheat sheet it says, a creature may avoid injury once per scene by either spending 2 momentum or suffering a consequence.
Oh, okay. There you go, then. So yeah, if you want to spend 2 momentum and you are full up at the moment, you can avoid that injury.
Yep.
So, boom. Okay. You do still take the stress damage, though, I believe. So, however much stress you have, subtract 8.
How much was I supposed to have? Was I full?
Yeah, you would be full.
Okay, got it.
Okay, cool. So
6 left.
So they take their shot. They do hit you and do a good amount of damage, but you're not injured. You avoided
Hold
it.
your fire! We're here to. Ow!
Ow! And yeah, as soon as they do that, Teleria orders them to stop firing, and they do. And then you guys climb up the rest of the way, and you make it onto the bridge. And as you do, you pull yourselves up to the final rungs of the turbolift shaft. You peek through the open doors and see a tall Romulan spacesuit with a rank insignia of a commander leaning over the science officer station, so where Spock's station would be on the old Enterprise, accessing the ship's computer. And beside him is another Ulan watching. Let's see. And he says, "Hurry up! We've got to get out of here before those Federation fools arrive." The bridge is in worse shape than the rest of the ship. The captain's chair has been overturned. Part of the bridge ceiling has collapsed, and so there's just a open space there above it. And several of the computer consoles are spitting sparks. And the ship is starting to decay faster and faster. As soon as the Ulan next to the commander notices you guys, they also turn and draw their phaser fire, their disruptor, to fire. And Teleria tells them to stand down, which catches the attention of Marok himself, who stops and looks up from the science console that he's trying to get the plans from. She tries to talk some sense into him, but Marok is much less receptive than Teleria was. If you want, you can try to negotiate with him, but it's going to be a presence plus command difficulty of 3. Yeah, okay, so presence plus command difficulty 3 to try to negotiate with him, but you can't just get him to cooperate, right? Like, you can't say, "We're in this together." He won't go for that. You have to offer him something tangible, and then roll to see whether or not he accepts that offer. Does that make sense?
So he has to gain something from this.
Yeah.
He could theoretically, I'd imagine Romulan High Command would like it if he embarrassed the Federation by him bringing to light their illegal weapons activity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try to sell him on the fact that it'll help his career if he... it's not going to help his career as much as bringing home a weapon.
That's the thing, is, can you persuade him that to take that as a consolation prize, right? So you have to convince him that he's not going to get out of there without the weapon no matter what, and that you can offer that as a consolation prize that he will take.
I also stole his personal effects, and I can give them back to him.
So Goodspeed can offer him his Romulan porn magazine back, and that might be...
I was going to say, I like the idea of Goodspeed just going through a box. Would you like this gum back? Would you like this magazine back? Would you like... What about this? What about a shoe?
So we obviously are going to give him the information that we're confirming publicly that the Federation was doing covert weapons research. In addition to that, I'll let him have the Hamilton.
Oh, the ship itself.
That's smart.
Yeah, it's already...
I like that.
According to
Okay.
the Federation, it's already destroyed.
Okay. So you're offering him basically the ability to embarrass the Federation, and the Hamilton itself, but obviously not the tachyon weapon itself.
Correct.
Okay. And also with the tachyon weapon, it's assumed that the plans for that weapon itself, so like you would still erase them from the Hamilton's memory banks.
Correct, because
Yeah.
I want to erase all... Well, I want to destroy this technology.
Okay.
I'm going to try to convince him that I'm not giving it to him to keep it. I'm not giving it to him because I'm going to destroy it all.
Okay. Now we'll do the actual roll. So it's a presence plus command.
Can I use my focus of composure as well, since this is kind of a high...
High stakes thing?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. I'll do that. But I'm going to spend 3 threats to roll more dice. And this is going to be an opposed task. So now we're both going to roll, and whoever rolls better wins.
How many? We have 4 momentum right now?
6.
Spend all of them.
So yeah, if I spend all of them, how... I forget, because the cost goes up the more dice you
Yeah,
get.
so it's 1 momentum for 1,
Mm-hmm.
2 momentum for 2, 3 momentum for 3. So to
Yeah.
buy 3 extra dice is 6
Would be 6.
momentum total. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to roll 5 dice.
Okay, so you're spending all your momentum to roll
All the
5.
momentum.
I am spending 3 to roll 2 extra.
And I am
let's
using the
see.
focus.
All right,
All right.
so I'm going to...
Do we want to wait for...
So I actually just accidentally clicked, so I just already rolled. So go ahead and roll.
Oh.
Oh! All right, so...
And I take a console and I bash him over the face with it and say, submit.
My 1 success to your 6 successes. Yes, he agrees to take that deal.
And he bought your old boat that you've been trying to get.
So he orders his kind of soldiers beside him to lower and holster their weapons. You guys do the same. It is on the condition that you erase and destroy the plans of the actual weapon itself that are contained within the memory banks of the Hamilton. So you guys do that. So just to kind of pro forma, do a control plus engineering difficulty 2.
But before I do that, I make the grave mistake of offering him a pinky swear. And the whole deal is off.
It's the ancient human custom of the pinky swear, but it is actually the gravest insult you can you can offer to a Romulan.
So you need me to roll control plus engineering to delete stuff?
Yep, exactly.
Did we get any momentum from Ryan's stellar roll there?
Yeah, you did actually. What did I say that was? Difficulty
You said difficulty 3.
3, 6 successes. So yeah, you have 3 momentum right now.
Okay, so I'm going to use one of those momentum to roll an extra dice.
Okay. Do you want Holden to help you there?
I can help.
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead and do that. So control engineering 2, and you're spending a momentum. So that should be
I am not.
Right. But 3 for good speed and 1 for Holden.
Success.
And you guys got it. Okay.
Nice.
So you delete the data. Marok is satisfied.
Was it to difficulty 2 or 3?
Difficulty 2? I said. I think.
Okay.
Right.
So we got the momentum back then.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah. All right, and that is essentially it. You guys go your separate ways. You head back to the. Let me ask you. So you guys are taking the actual tachyon weapon with you, is that right? Or are you destroying it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we're going to take it with us, and then we're going to destroy it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you take it back to the ship. You guys all as one big combined Romulan Starfleet group head down back to the shuttle bay where Eel and the Romulan are still hopping across the shuttle bay.
Guys, I think I'm winning.
You would not believe the day I've had.
And this is how the deal goes south.
Yeah. You guys climb on board your various shuttles, and you head back. The Romulan shuttle heads back to the cloaked Romulan ship, which is in the area somewhere, but you don't necessarily know where it is.
Hey, before we lose sight of them, I look over them and say, "You guys aren't so bad," and I shoot them finger guns.
But here's the important question: do you shoot them pinky finger guns?
No, don't do it.
Oh.
No,
That's offensive.
Yeah. Okay. And you head back. You make a report to Admiral Talara.
Actually, I would say we don't. I was going to have
Yeah.
a powwow with the crew.
Let's
okay.
well, can we please toss this thing into the sun first?
Let's just do. So let's jump ahead a little bit so that you guys are all back on board the Tempest. You haven't made your report yet, but you will confer among yourselves. But the next thing that you have to do is report what you did and what you chose to do to your admiral. But I'll let you guys confer for a minute before we do that.
What I was going to suggest is we tell her that we went down there and we detected the effects of the tachyon radiation for the first few hours, and then it stopped. And we don't detect it anymore.
Doesn't our ship keep records of shit? Like, there's a bunch of beaming. There's a bunch of I'd say let's just tell her the truth and be like, we did some stuff back in the day that was really disappointing, and now we've righted a wrong. And if that's a crime, then lock me up.
Sure, you want to go all Picard about it. I kind of want to go Cisco on this.
All right. Well, I mean, you're the captain.
So I kind of want to go Garrick on them. I would say let's
Holden, go to your room.
No, I would say let's present it to him because like this is clearly a black eye, and there's totally a chance that them bringing back the Hamilton, like now they have the Hamilton, and at some point that the secret could come out. So we're now keeping a secret for Starfleet, keeping a secret for potentially that admiral if they actually know what happened.
Yeah.
So like we could cash that in later.
But did you give the Romulans permission to make the information public to embarrass the Federation?
To embarrass the Federation.
Which they could do.
They're going to do that anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which Federation could always just deny, but.
Right, but we know the truth and we have proof of the truth. So.
But the Romulans also have the proof because you gave them the ship.
Well, they have proof that the Hamilton still exists, but not necessarily the weapon.
Yeah, I mean, they have a certain amount of proof, right? Like, so they can show that they have the ship and the damage that happened to the ship, and they can, present their story, and they have enough evidence that they could raise legitimate points, right? So not everybody's going to believe them, but they have enough that, it's going to be not good for the Federation.
I'll take my vote aside, and since there are 3 senior officers, we'll have a vote.
I mean, there's no vote. You're deciding.
No, because we're talking about going directly against Starfleet Command. So it's not something that Maddox would force upon his crew.
I mean, yeah, my suggestion is to go with Goodspeed in the sense that we tell her what happened, but I would just do it and then hold it over them.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
I'm proud of me too.
This was a test the whole time.
And you failed.
Okay, Admiral, you could take off the Romulan wig.
Maybe the real tachyons were the friends we made along the way.
Okay, see.
I would also note that it'd be interesting, like for Maddox's standpoint, to at least try to glean if that admiral had any idea about it at all. Because if they had no idea, then this will all be news to them. But it's entirely possible they knew this because they're higher up in the ranks of Starfleet.
So that's actually a fairly substantial question in my opinion, right? Is like, how much does this admiral know, and how is she going to react? Is she going to be like, oh shit, you guys figured it out? Or is she going to be like, oh my god, I had no idea. I can't believe Starfleet did that.
Yeah.
So, it's your estimation of how, which one of those two ways is she going to react.
Yeah, if she knows, then yeah, you absolutely are like, we kept your secret, so I'm going to call in a favor later. If she has no idea, then you kind of are just reporting the truth of what happened and figuring out what happens from that point on.
So yeah, is that you guys are going to report the truth?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, you make your reports, and you actually make it in written form, like you write up a report as standard procedure, and then she communicates with you later the next day in private,
in the brig room. When I'm in the brig.
Yeah, in your ready room, and it's clear, even though she's a Vulcan and she's very stoic and unexpressionless otherwise, it's very clear that she did not know about the origins of this test. She asks how you found out, because you skipped over that part in your report. Are you going to confess to hacking into Starfleet classified files?
No.
Captain?
We could say we got it from the onboard ship log.
Yeah, you can.
Which we did, except we didn't learn it at the ship.
Yeah, we wouldn't be lying.
Yeah.
That's a fair lie. So you're not going to confess the fact that you hacked into Starfleet records without authorization. Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah, we just learned it from the ship's log.
Okay. Yeah, she's aghast, at least as aghast as a Vulcan can be. She's not pleased that you gave the Hamilton to the Romulans, or that you've basically given the Romulans ammunition to, pause, cat.
Ugh. That's a weird thing for the Romulans to say.
She is
I
not
hope you
pleased.
just like shot-putted the cat as you grunted. So.
I did, and she's like 16 or 17 pounds, so it's not easy to do. So picking it up, Admiral Talara is not happy about the fact that you gave the Hamilton to the Romulans. Even if it is old and doesn't have any technical secrets worth worrying about, you still gave a Federation starship to the enemy, and that's not great. She's also not happy that you gave the Romulans ammunition to embarrass the Federation diplomatically down the road. Even though there are no ongoing relations between the Federation and the Empire right now, there's no ambassador, there's no embassy, there's no ongoing negotiations of any kind, it's still ammunition they can have and hold on to in the long term and deploy at the right time to get some kind of concession they want.
They don't have a
further down the
tachyon
road.
weapon that ages everyone, so you're welcome.
Yeah. You're welcome.
But ultimately, the most important aspect of the mission is that they did not walk away with the weapon itself, and that you definitely achieved.
Hey!
You took the tachyon weapon back with you to the
Yes.
Tempest with the intent of destroying it, and you also wiped the plans of it from the Hamilton's computer, so the Romulans don't have access to those either. And now, with the colonists of Carina 7 safe and sound, once again, the Tempest triumphantly warps away to her next adventure.
Should we put the Mackleys back?
Oh no.
And you are now on the other side of the Federation.
Thank you for listening to Part 3 of Entropy's Demise, and that concludes our very first mission. Next time, join us as we boldly go into That Which Is Unknown, Part 1. But before then, we'd like to give a huge shout out to our followers on social media, and especially our Patreon backers. We can't thank you enough. It really makes a difference in keeping the Tempest flying. If you'd like to become a patron, please check out our page at patreon.com/StarshipTempest. And for more information about us and the show, you can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook under the same handle, Starship Tempest. Or you can check out our website, starshiptempest.com. We'd really appreciate a follow, like, love, or share with your friends. Word of mouth is the only form of communication faster than subspace. So thanks again, and we'll see you out there.